Hey everybody, welcome to this Course Building Secrets podcast. I'm doing it via video and I will put it out on the podcast, but wanted to come to you live today to do it just a little bit different than usual. Alright, so welcome to Course Building Secrets podcast. I am so happy that you are listening in today, wherever you are, whatever day you're listening in. Happy to have you here. Today I want to talk about the results path. So a lot of times we really look at creating our courses, creating our programs, and we look at it like we're writing a book, right? We look at what are the things that we want to teach, and then how do we put it in outline form, and then how do we put it in chapters and sections and all of that, which is super important as you're trying to get whatever it is you're trying to teach out of your head. But I'm going to tell you today in this course building tip that that's only the first step. So I want to dive into what it actually is that you need to create for your learners when you're creating an online course, because it's not the same thing as writing a book. When you write a book, when people are reading a book, they expect it to be a little bit more linear in how it's organized, right? They want to take maybe a top-down approach. They want to go from high level to more detailed. And when you're teaching a course, it's just a little bit different, and that's what I want to dive into. So my family and I had, over the pandemic, consumed all of the Marvel movies in order, right? So we went to Disney Plus, and Disney is nice enough to give us the path, right? So the path to here's the first one, and then here's Endgame, here's the last one that you're going to go through. So last night we started watching Loki, which is the new series that just came out, which is one of the characters in the Marvel movies, if you're not familiar. And the episode was fascinating, and it was fascinating to me for a number of different reasons. But the main one was he found himself, and hopefully this isn't a spoiler, so if you're trying to watch it or you're going to watch it, just maybe pause or fast forward this part and then move forward. But what basically happened is he found himself in this sort of alternate reality of these timekeepers. And these timekeepers' job is to keep people on their path. So that this is their life path, right? So where he's been and where he's going, he has a path for that, right? There are certain things that he does that lead him from one step in the path to the other. And so in this episode, he, kind of breaks that path and goes on a different, tries to go on a different path, and he fails. So he goes into this sort of timekeeper trap where they are trying to put him back on his path. But it was fascinating, right? Because as I teach the results path that we need to go through and think about as we're helping our learners get to from where they are today to that place of success, it is really important to think about what path they're on, and then if you're going to take them off path, to tell them that you're taking them off path, right? So for example, typically the structure of an online course is you tee it up with trying to figure out where they are, right? So you help them identify where they currently are. What's their current pain? What's their current challenge? Why is it that now is the time to make that change, right? So we help them sort of identify where they are, where they're jumping in, and help them really do sort of that needs assessment for themselves to know that this is the right path for them. Then the next module or kind of step on the path is really who do they need to become in order to be successful. Because, if you think about when you're trying to do something different, when you are trying to learn a new skill or change your behavior or whatever it is that you need to do that's changing you from one state to the other, you really have to go through this sort of mindset or identity shift in order to get on the path, right? So in the case of Loki, when he was kind of finding out about where he was on his path and what his future looked like, he had to come to terms with who he was and what his identity was in order to determine, which path he should be continuing down, right? So that's the next thing is who do you need to become, or what kind of mindset, identity shifts do you need to have as you move forward? Then what happens is then you can jump on the path fully and start taking steps to getting to the result that you want, right? So as the founder, the owner, the creator of your online course, it's really important to think about your learners and what path they're on. So instead of thinking about it like a book where you're giving topics, we're really thinking about that journey that that learner has to go on, which is really horizontal, right? When you're thinking about a journey, typically you're moving forward as you're going. And that's really the idea of this results path. And so what's the next step after becoming? That is the first thing that they need to do to get, to go through their path, right? So typically this is a series of actions, a series of things that they need to do, and then that gets them closer to that result. So when you're thinking about your online program, it's really important to think about what are the steps that they need to take? Not what do they need to know or how are they going to go through your material, but what are the steps that they need to take in order to be successful? So I had mentioned in a previous podcast that I am taking an online course right now, which is great if you're an online course creator. I do just want to throw that out there, is don't overconsume, but it's important to take other programs just to see either how your approach is working or how your approach is not working in someone's particular program. So I'm taking a program right now, and I would say the first 10 to 15 hours was just a lot of information that they wanted to give about why they're doing what they're doing, what their program is. Some of it was a little bit of the mindset sort of background, but most of it was just repetitive information that could have been skipped, right? It wasn't on their results path, and so that's an example of what's going to happen if somebody's taking 10 to 15 hours to invest in getting the solution that you've promised, and they're not even at the point of finding out how to do the thing that you've promised. 10 or 15 hours in, you've got a problem. So one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to get a lot of customer support calls and emails saying, well, when do I learn X? When do I learn Y? Right? You're going to get a lot of those support calls. Or they're going to say, you know what, this isn't what I thought it was, I'm out. Because 10 to 15 hours investment before you even get into the content is too much, right? So rethink the path that you're giving someone and make it the fastest path to results, right? Don't just meander them all the way through. Take them to the fastest path. They will go and get more information. They will go and do your supplemental trainings and additional things that you want to give them. They will go and do that once they are solidly on the path. And so that is my course building tip for today, is really think about that path that you're creating for your learners and make it actionable, make it step by step by step, not topic by topic by topic. It's a very small shift, but very fundamentally important as you go. All right, so there you go. There's my tip for today. I would love to hear your comments around this. I would love to hear how you're implementing this in your online course, and take just a kind of big picture view of your course and see, do you provide a results path? Do you provide a very clear beginning and a very clear result that they're going to get at the end? And really look at that, because this is one of the hardest things for experts to do, is to cut a lot of their content and just make it actionable so somebody can be successful. All right, there you go. Also, for anyone who's interested, I am right in the middle of writing a new book about the results path, and I would love to take maybe 5 to 10 people through the framework, and so maybe you could be in the book as a case study. So if you're interested in that, my information is below. Go grab that and schedule some time with me and let me know that you would be interested in really working through your learner's results path as you are going and building your signature online course. All right, have a good day.
Hey everybody, are you a business owner ready to streamline and scale your business? Imagine solving the biggest business challenges with clarity, a strategy, and a clear plan. Hey, I'm Tara Bryan, and I want to invite you to take the first step towards transforming your business with a free 30-minute discovery call. This call is an opportunity to discuss your goals, identify key challenges, and learn how my mentorship program can help you achieve the success you're aiming for. In just a half hour, we'll explore how you can scale your business by enhancing your authority strategy, engagement strategy, and retention strategy. You'll get personalized advice and a clear path forward. Ready to take the first step? Click on the link below that's in the show notes to book your free discovery call now. I hope to talk to you soon.